Hey everyone, it's Lisa, and today is Monday, and I am in my room with my camera. A lot of you, and I noticed this too, that the camera angle was not right the other day, and it was just, this is just going to be a work in progress. And really the way that I need to do it, and when I looked up other beauty gurus and how they position their camera and everything, it seems like they always have it like in front of their vanity. So what I did is I just moved into my room, and I'm at it's a desk, so it's like a vanity, and it's really good because I can keep like an extra set of brushes over here. I've got a lot of the ones that Sedona Lace has sent me, and then some others that I've washed them all last night, but just some other ones of my favorites, like my a lot of brushes I have two of, like two 219s, and then my Smashbox brushes. Let's see, my little, they call this the kitten paw brush at my Mac, but that little brush, my Louise Young, I have to have one of these when I'm doing like I want to add a lot more color in the crease. I like the Louise Young, and I had two of those. That's another one. My lip brush, my Louise Young, let's see, liner brush. You see how great that is, and I ordered a couple extra of these, so I have an extra one of that, and just some extra crease brushes and stuff so that I don't have to bring brushes out every day. And then a lot of my makeup I had doubles of too, like I had an extra Laura Mercier Classic Beige that I went ahead and it was brand new, so I brought it out. You know, I've got extra Rachel K, extra mascara. I'm going to get another lingering. I'm going to get, if it's not really expensive, I'm going to get my basics brought over here, and then I can just bring a few things back and forth. And I actually have this tray that Brooke, I bought her a long time ago when she was a little girl, and she brought it down the other day and told me she didn't want it anymore. It about broke my heart because, you know, she's getting out of the pink girly type things, and she wants to be just, you know, she wants to be so grown. And so it works out good. I'm going to try to buy like extras of the highlighters and stuff like that to keep over here, and then I can just bring whatever blushes, eyeshadows, and stuff like that I want to use for the day over here. So obviously my lighting is not good. I do not look as bad as I look on camera right now in real life because I just have shadows everywhere. I'm trying, I have a light right here, I have my makeup mirror, lit makeup mirror here, and the overhead light, and it still just doesn't do the same as regular light. So that will make things a lot better. This video is going to be just crazy. It's just on my look that I had on the other day in my vlog. Basically a real light makeup look for me, and I hope you enjoy it. See, I've got my mirror like right here, so it's going to take a little bit of trial and error. So this look today is really good for that because it's very, very simple. And so first thing I always do is my Giorgio Armani in these dark places. And see, now you can see how uneven my skin tone is with the redness like right here and right here, and those are broken capillaries. And I've done the IPL before. Anyway, that's as good as they've gotten. And so I'm going to just pat this in right in that darkness. The cats are just going crazy with me being in here. They're like exploring everything because I've moved stuff around. And okay, so you can see, and then I usually take what's left on my finger and go like around my nose. I always have redness, but today I am going to show you guys this, which is, let's see, the Giorgio Armani Maestro eraser, dark circle eraser. And I'm not really, I don't know, I haven't mastered using it far as for circles, but I do like it. It's so thin, it's like water, but it just adheres to your skin and just melts right into your skin. So I'm gonna just put a little bit just to show you, because I know a lot of people are interested in this, how well it covers to be so thin. And I think that's the secret. Okay, I probably just got too much of it. Pat some on my hand, and I am gonna go, see, I got way too much. I'm gonna go around my nose with it, and You could cover up all this redness. You could just pat it. I mean, just because it says dark circle doesn't mean you can't use it other places. See, it's good and thin. And this is always the spot that I have to combat over here. This one and this one. So, there you go. Okay, so next I'm going to put on my Rachel K CC cream in neutral, and just put a, you know, kind of a thin layer on. Just spread it out real good and rub it in. I don't know if you guys can hear Chanel. She's going nuts. In the mornings they're extra crazy. Okay, and then I usually just put, because I'm using it as a primer basically, I always make sure I get the T-zone real good, because that's where my makeup will not last throughout the day, like right in here and like right in here, because that's what I'm using this for, is a great primer. Okay, and then the next thing is the Laura Mercier mineral powder, classic beige. Yes, I guess it's just called mineral powder, but it is like a foundation. And let's see what it'll do. Yep, you can see all that. And this is a new one. I had a backup, so I'm going to keep one in here. And so I get some in my lid. And I knew my other one's about to run out, and I knew I needed to get plenty of product in my lid because I'm going to use a clean brush. And I thought I would start using this for you guys because it's one that's available now. And it is the Sephora Pro Airbrush 55. So this is the one that took the place of the other one that I use. And because it's not seasoned, it might not do quite as well today, but it'll get there. So I get some on my brush and then I tap it off some. And I just start where I don't mind if it is the darkest, which is right here. And then I just start blending in. Go up under my eyes, and then around to my forehead. Like that. And then down my neck. So you can see that that's covering pretty good. And then I'll go ahead and do the other side. Okay, I'm going to get more on it. I think the brush is kind of sucking it up some. It's just the way it goes. And then get between your eyes. And for this look, I am definitely going to go over my eyelids. Just go over your eyelids well, and because we're not going to use any primer. Okay, and it's kind of like the more you buff, the better coverage you're going to get. And for just an everyday run out the door look like I'm doing, I don't really worry about getting just, you know, beautiful, immaculate coverage. I don't mind if a few things show through. Okay. It's hard to get this where I can see, and then I don't want it to be in your way. Okay, so you can see that has pretty much got it. Okay, so I know you're thinking I've gone over this a million times, but the more you buff, you know, all around, the better finish you get. Okay, so on a day that I'm going to run right out, a lot of times I'll just grab a bronzer, one that I know I'm going to like, and that is always It ends up being, I've noticed it ends up being a darker one. And one of my favorites is the Urban Decay Toasted. Let's see. There you go. And I am going to use, typically I use for this my MAC 138. But Sedona Lace sent me their FB03 Tulip Brush, which is the same. Here's the 138. And then here is the Tulip Brush. So you can see they're very similar. Looks like my 138 might be a little bit more pointed. I just washed both of them last night. And the Sedona is a little bit longer. So let's just see how it goes. And I'm going to do a video on that coming up. And actually, I think this is valid now that they have a coupon code for me at Sedona Lace. And I believe it's Lisa D1 and it's $4 off. So, but anyway, okay, so I would take this and just get the sides in that and go right in my cheekbones and then swing around to the top of my hairline and then back and then under. And like I said, I like to get right on that jawline and down. Okay, and then all the sides this and then in that cheekbone, around my forehead, and then down like that. Looks like I might need just a little bit. Bless you, Chanel. She just sneezed. Right in here. Looks like I've got one little hair. This is the natural bristle brush, so they're going to shed more than the you know what I'm trying to say, the Taklon bristles. Okay, first impressions on this. Good powder brush, but I don't think it's not as pointed and as dense as this is. So this would be more like for a powder brush. I probably would not use this as much. This would probably be good for all over bronzing and powder and maybe even the Hourglass powder, something like that. But this, the 138 is going to be, see, it stays a little bit more pointed like that. Okay, so then you're getting your, in my lighting, I cannot wait until I get the umbrella lighting and stuff because I can already see all the shadows put on my face that make me look worse than I actually do here, which is just great. Okay, so speaking of Hourglass powders, the other day I used this Radiant Light, and we'll go ahead and use this brush that I just used, the Sedona Lace FB03, and I just got it in that Radiant, and I just put it right there on the tops of my cheekbones. So you can see it gives that just beautiful finish. Okay, don't do that. I just poofed it right in my eye. Okay. And then I also took this and kind of did it all around like that. Okay, so that is the Radiant, and a lot of people have asked me, you know, when do I use that? It really doesn't matter. I mean, just experiment with it. Just use it. Like if I were going to Fix Plus, I would probably, I don't know, I would Fix Plus now. And then you could do it afterwards too. Just do it whenever. I mean, it's not like a big sparkly powder. It's not going to be something that you've got to be real careful with. Okay, so let's see here. With just my everyday, if I'm in a hurry look and I've done this much, normally I'm just never in that much of a hurry. If I was in such a big hurry that I wasn't going to put on any eye makeup or hardly anything, I probably would just go without any makeup on because that doesn't really bother me that bad. So on days like when I just am putting on a little bit, I still do my eyebrows and I still put on a little bit. So first let's do my eyebrows. So I'm going to brush them out. This is a Lise Watier brush. I think I'm going to have to get a little cushion for my chair. I'm not quite, I don't know if I'm sitting up high enough. I don't know, we'll see. It's going to take you getting used to. Okay, and this is my MAC Lingering, and I think I prefer this to the Dior. I'm not sure yet, but I end up reaching for this. This just seems a little bit easier for some reason. I don't know. So I'm just going to fill them in, and I'm going to carry them out. See how I carry them out just a little bit on the sides right there. Here, I'll zoom in maybe. Okay, see if I can stay in frame right there. But see, I'm carrying it out and I'm just kind of filling it in like that. And it's going to look too dark at first. Okay, let me make sure I've got the other one in here. Okay, and then and I like to have plenty. Here, let's see if that works. I don't know how. Yeah, there it goes. I like to have plenty of it like rolled up. Okay, and then so I'm just going to fill in this bottom like that, and then fill in the top, and then just kind of use this as my bottom kind of, and I just kind of bring it out and then fill in right here. Just real lightly. I still want you to be able to see, you know, the actual eyebrow hairs. I don't want it to be, you know, so much that you can't tell. And then well, hey Sassy. They're all so curious. So curious. Okay, let me see if I can raise this up a little bit. Okay, I'm really not a fan of videos where you can't see a person's whole face. So I'm probably not going to do that very much. Okay, so there are the eyebrows, and then I'm going to go over them with the Anastasia Clear Brow Gel, just to hold them in place, like that. Okay, let's see. Okay, with this look, I am just depending on, you can see how the Laura Mercier has already given me a little bit of a crease color. Well, when you go in and put any of the light color in, it's going to make that look even darker. So sometimes what I like to do is take a light color and just put it on the lid. And I've been loving this little color, the Midnight Cowboy from Urban Decay. So I'm just going to take a 217 and get a little bit of that on my brush and just put it on my lid. And this shadow is sparkly. Here, let me come in a little bit. Okay, this shadow is sparkly. If you don't like sparkles, you're not going to like it. Just use something like Shroom or something like that, but I don't mind it. And so I put that just a little bit on both lids, and I don't really go, you know, too far in. I just kind of do the moving lid. Just the lid that's over my eyeball. Okay, and I don't do any, you know, up on the brow bone or anything. And I don't know, I'm gonna back up. I don't know if I'm in the frame most of the time or not. It's bugging me that this mirror is like right in front of my way. Okay, so that just gives me a good basic look. One of my favorite blacks to use for liner is the Hourglass Duo in Prism. There is just something about that black. It is just gorgeous. See how pretty it is? And it is very, very, very pigmented. So I usually just take an angled brush, or, yeah, I'm going to use this little Sedona Lace 561. And I tap it in the black and just, you know, just kind of walk it across my lash line. No special way. Just carry it all the way in. I wonder if I put this on my magnifying side. No, I'm not. See, I'm not close enough for this to get me. Okay. And there, you need to shake this. Don't tap it real hard, but just shake it a little bit to get the fallout off. But if you tap it too hard, it'll, you know, you won't have enough pigment to use it as a liner. And then I do like to wing it out, and this shadow is just good for it because it's so pretty and pigmented like that. Okay, I wonder if this is there. Okay, and just walk it kind of across your lash line, get it down to the lashes. All the way down. Like that. And for this wing, I just kind of like to come straight out. Just make it look like, you know, it's one of your eyelashes coming out like that. Okay, now if you don't think, sometimes I don't think that quite enough of the Laura Mercier got in my crease. So I might take like a fluffy brush. This is the Sigma 224. It's a little bit shorter and fluffier than the regular 224. And you could take a little bit of this bronzer and just put it right in there. Just for a little extra. Or you could have done this when you did the bronzer. You know, just ran it across your eyelids. But I just kind of like to wait and see. Like that. Okay, now I'm going to put on my lashes because that's just what I like to do. It's the easiest thing, but if you don't want to wear lashes, just put on mascara. And I'm going to use these, which you can see they already have, let's see. You can see they already have glue on them from where I've worn them several times. I'll probably wear them about 2 more times probably, and then try a new pair. And I'm using the Duo Dark. And I usually do one lash and then put it down and then go do the other one. And that gives that first one a chance to get a little bit tacky. Okay, and then I pick them up with my tweezers and just set them right on. See, this mirror is a little bit further away from me than it was at my table out there. So I'm having to kind of relearn how to do this in the camera. You'll get to see the other eye better. Okay, so just make sure you'll feel them kind of attach onto your eye. And just set it right down. Okay, that one's not, sometimes you have to take them and bend them a little bit more, so that they'll kind of like cup right on your eye. Like that. Sorry, I had to keep, Sassy loves to scratch on my brand new chair in here. I keep having to stop and get her to stop it. Goodness, girl. Give me a break. Do you know I'm under pressure here? Okay, I'm hoping that that is stuck to the right place because I cannot. There we go. I think that is now. I think I feel it. Okay. Okay, so that's the eyes. And God, I wish it was not so dark. Okay. So, and it's up to you if you want to put on, you know, blush or not. I didn't, and I don't a lot of times. I'll just use the Radiant and just use the bronzer. And I think I need a little bit more. I'm going to do a little bit more bronzer on my nose. Okay, and on my forehead right there. Okay, so while I'm waiting for my lashes to dry, this is going to be like a comedy, I am going to do my lips. Okay, the other day, I put on the Milani Nude lip liner, and I've already sharpened these, and I start from the, let me try to zoom in, let's see. Okay. Okay, something's got to give here. Let's see. I've got to be able to get closer to my mirror because I'm just used to it. That's what I'm used to doing. Okay, so that's better. Okay, so I'm going to start from the outer edge, and I like them sharpened, and that happens when you sharpen them sometimes. Sorry, I had to get Sassy off my chair. And you notice I kind of hold my mouth because I don't want it to be like wrinkly when I do my liner. Like that. Okay, and then with the bottom lip, it's always tough because this over here is hard to line. So a lot of times I just shade that side in a little bit instead of being so definite. Okay, and then rub them together. Okay, and then I just took and mine has gotten something on it. I don't know what this is. Oh, goodness. It is the Nivea Lip Butter in Raspberry Rose. And I just put it right on my bottom lip. And then kind of rub it in. Then it makes a nice natural lip. But I still like, that the outside of the lip is defined. Okay, now I'm going to take my Urban Decay SuperCurl mascara and just touch underneath my lashes just to blend my lashes into the false lashes, just to make sure that my lashes aren't showing, and I usually just blend them a little bit out here. And I'm not going to put anything on the bottom. Like that. And that just makes them even more dense and black, and it keeps your lashes from showing because mine are much lighter than these. And you'll notice I didn't curl my lashes and I didn't put mascara on first, because if I do that, when I go to sit the false lashes down, they don't go in as easy. So I find it easier to do it like this. Okay, the last step I would do is my, not concealer, but kind of concealer illuminator type thing, brightener. And I have here both of my Dream Lumies. And I think for more of a natural look, I'm going to go with the Buff, which is not as brightening and not as bright. It's more of a skin tone color. And so let's just for fun see if that will focus in on that. Yep, it does. Neat. Okay, so right here in this darkness, like that, and then just pat it in. And don't go all the way up to your eye. Keep it right in that dark area, because you're wanting that to come out. You don't want the bag under your eye to come out. Like that. Like I said, if I get too much, I just switch fingers so it'll take some off. Okay, and if it looks like you've got too much on, which it looks like I have too much on much more in the camera than it does in real life, because the light is just reflecting off of it. But I'm going to take the, where's that brush? The brush I used for my Laura Mercier, and kind of go over it again. And that will help blend it in. But I promise you, it's just the angle, it's just the lighting. Matter of fact, let me take that. That's not very good either. That might give more shadow. Let me see if I pull this down. That might have been a little bit better. Just no good way here today. Okay, so that is the final look, and I wish that you could see it better. Okay, so this is the final look, and I wish you could see it a little bit better. I don't know, when we get my lights in, we'll work on it a lot more, but it's just a little bit light on the lid and just a real natural look. Okay, so after I went and looked in my other mirror, I decided I think a lot of it is because I was using clean brushes, but I need some more color on my cheeks. So I'm going to go into this Toasted with this. I love this brush. I'd have to say this is my favorite one so far. And I'm going to give myself a little bit more color there with the Toasted. Like that. Okay. And that is it.